Life advice. Since I've lived longer than most of you all have, I'm going to give you some life advice right now, whether you like it or not. This I try and live by. Let me actually give you. Okay, let me talk about this, and I'll give you an example. The senior you grow, the more propensity you have to being an asshole. You can spot an asshole a mile away. For example, let's say that I get a DM on LinkedIn, right? Some kid, and when I say kid, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean a 20-year-old, 19-year-old, whatever, reaches out to me saying, "Hey, listen, I want to get into advertising. I don't know how. I'm lost. Can you help?" Now, that conversation is a long conversation for me to have, right? Can I potentially manage that in with the other stuff that I'm doing? I can. It's inconvenient, but I can. The natural progression for human life is that the older you grow, the senior you grow, you don't do shit like that. The easiest answer to that to this person who reached out to me would be ignore, actually. Leave this person unread, not even respond. That's the easiest thing to do. When you guys become senior, when you actually become when you grow up in your industry, you're going to have ample excuses and reasons to showcase this as well excited. Please do. Second, people have conflicts with their partners. People have conflicts in work relationships with your supervisors, bosses, whatever. Right? You've sent in a campaign, you sent in some work, and the email response from your boss is that, what, is मजा नहीं आ रहा है. As creators, we're very defensive about our work, and we should be. We should defend our work. Now, the response to an email that says इसमें मजा नहीं आ रहा है is to defend, and defense comes with a sense of attack. Now, the words that you're writing, with the intent that you're writing them with, may not be read in the right spirit, may not be read with the tone that you are writing them in, which means that you're in trouble because there has been a loss of communication. Now, the thing to do in a situation like this is not email. Breathe, take it easy, pick up the phone, call this person and say, "Hey, listen, I saw your email. Do you just want to chat about it?" I guarantee you, as soon as you do that, as soon as you have a conversation, things are going to get sorted. You're going to see their perspective, they will see your perspective. You're going to reach a good place. A lot of people, especially again, I keep coming back, a lot of younger people are terrified of picking up the phone and having a conversation. They get anxiety attacks. But a conversation, and I'm not just talking about work here, right? I'm talking about in your relationship with parents, whoever. Please pick up the phone and just have a conversation. Conversations can do magic. Learn to address situations with a dialogue. Email is not dialogue. Email is you writing tuck, 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 tuck. Someone else is writing tuck, 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 tuck. It's like a fucking warfare going on. You don't need that. This actually makes us richer, creative people. The ability to take off your shoes and putting on someone else's shoes. This is where you get insights from. This is where you get empathy from. The more empathetic you become towards people, towards a certain situation, the better you write. So this is just for a selfish motive. It's very easy for me to be me. It's difficult for me to be that lady who reached out to me for about half an hour. It's difficult. It's not easy, right? But it's worth it. It makes you a better human being. At most points in our life, especially as creative people, life just gets the better of us, right? It gets the better of us almost fucking every day, yeah. And when life gets the better of us, our defense usually what it does is that it says, what, power down and just keep going. Finish this day. That's the worst thing that you can do for yourself. What you should do is you should just switch off. Just switch off. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, go for a walk, meditate. What I try and do, and I don't know if this makes any sense to you or not, but it makes a lot of sense in my head, is that I try and visualize, I close my eyes, and I try and visualize invisible line running through the center of my body. And when I visualize that, on some days, when I close my eyes, I'll feel that I'm slightly left aligned, or on some days I'll feel I'm slightly right aligned, or very right aligned. I'm not at the center, right? So I try and center myself. I close my eyes, I breathe. I just try and picture my body just coming back into that central zone. That takes about 5-10 minutes to do. But again, this makes a lot of sense to me because I've been doing it. I have no idea if this works for other people. I don't want to be like Sadhguru saying, you must try this because it's going to help. I have no idea, right? But see what works for you. If watching A show works for you, going for a walk works for you, listening to a song works for you, picking up the phone and talking to family works for you, whatever. Do something that works for you. But try and just get back into your zone. Ask for help. Always ask for help. Shameless. Shameless. You need some help from someone, please ask. What's the worst that can happen? No. We've been taught that people are going to refuse, which is why most of us don't even fucking ask. Don't ask because what if this person says no? But why are we under that impression? Why are we canceling ourselves before someone else can cancel us? The worst case scenario, someone's going to refuse. Worst case scenario. Although, by and large, it's a good world that we're in. The people, the human beings like us, the human beings who have been where we are right now. Say yes to every opportunity you get and learn to spot opportunities. You're at work, someone has gotten to know that you're great at on Canva, right? So this person reaches out to you and says, look, your colleague reaches out to you and says, look, my aunt is having her birthday next week and I need a card design. Can you please help me? Now, again, the easier answer to say is like, fuck it, man. I have so much of stuff pending. I have to finish that. How long is it going to take for you to do the card in Canva? Barely half an hour. Barely half an hour. But why is that an opportunity? It's an opportunity because you have an empty brief. You can design the card the fucking way you want to design it. That card can go into your portfolio. Someone else can see the card that you designed on an empty brief and give you a job. That's an opportunity. Don't turn down small jobs. Don't chase money. Money is going to come. If you're passionate about what you do, and if you're good at what you do, money is going to come. Don't equate every single small little job with how much am I going to get for this. I used to do this a lot. I used to meet people minus agendas. I mean, till last year, in fact, I used to have a Calendly link where people would just book like a 20-minute slot with me and just chat. My only condition was that you couldn't sell me anything and I couldn't talk about my work. Right? That was the only condition. And the whole purpose behind these calls was I want to get to know you as a person. I want to get to know, I want to peek inside your life. And in exchange, I'll let you peek inside mine. Right? But what happened? And this happened because of the position I'm in I'm senior in the industry. People would more often than not pitch themselves. So they would say, you know what, I'm a writer, I need a job, can you please hire me? Right? Now that is not the platform for that. I had very specifically said that, this is not for that. Or production houses or other people would say, look, here's my pitch to you. Can we collaborate on something together? So that kind of blew up in my face. But in the life stage that you guys are in right now, please do this. Please set up a calendar link. Please talk to as many people as you can. Who knows what connections may come from that? Who knows what may come from that? The last thing, the absolutely last thing, and perhaps the most important thing you're ever going to hear in this traineeship is this. Every single person has a story in their life. And this story is not, oh, I was born here, then I went to school there, I graduated with so many marks, and I found a job. That's not your story. A story is something that cannot be applied to anyone else. It's only your story. It's your story. Understand what your story means, find out what your story is, and embrace that story so no one else can know it.